What if, overnight, India decided to unplug from the global economy? No software engineers. No call centers. No cloud infrastructure teams. No back-end development. No pharmaceutical manufacturing. Nothing. Just silence. The world wouldn't just feel the shock, it would break down. You'd see your favorite apps crash. Your packages are delayed indefinitely. Entire consulting and IT systems froze. Life as we know it, paralyzed. From Silicon Valley to Wall Street, from biotech labs to automotive giants, India's fingerprints are everywhere. Tech, finance, pharma, automotive, consulting, these aren't just international industries. They are intertwined with India. But are these companies truly global, or are they just global on the surface, while being utterly dependent on Indian innovation, labor, and leadership? 1. Microsoft. When you think of Microsoft, you might imagine the headquarters in Redmond, Washington, but look a little deeper, and you'll find a powerful engine running from India. Microsoft employs over 15,000 people in India, with major R&D centers in Hyderabad, Bengaluru, and Noida. These aren't just support offices, they're innovation hubs. Engineers here have played a pivotal role in developing key features of products like Azure, Office 365, and Teams. In fact, several back-end functionalities used by millions globally are architected in India. The Indian team supports critical cloud infrastructure through Azure, runs customer support systems, and develops cybersecurity tools. Their contributions don't stop at coding, they handle operations, testing, and product launches for global releases. If India were to step back, Microsoft would face a talent vacuum. Product development would slow, cloud services could stall, and support systems would crack under pressure. Imagine delayed feature rollouts, unresolved bugs, and a massive drop in productivity. This isn't a minor inconvenience, it's a tech crisis. Microsoft India led parts of the development for Office's real-time collaboration features, something that's now central to hybrid work around the globe. Microsoft may be headquartered in the US, but without India, its software empire would be stuck in the past. 2. Google. If Microsoft relies on India, Google is built on it. From the company's CEO Sundar Pichai, who was born and raised in Chennai, to thousands of Indian engineers developing AI, search, and payments, India's imprint on Google runs deep. India is not only Google's largest consumer market, but also its biggest innovation lab. Indian engineers lead development on projects like Android, Google Pay, and Google Assistant, tools that serve billions. In fact, Google Pay was heavily optimized and tested in India before going global. Google's R&D centers in Bengaluru and Hyderabad work on core algorithms, machine learning models, and data infrastructure. India is also a critical location for content moderation and platform compliance, especially with the growing global pressure around misinformation and digital ethics. What happens if India quits? Google would lose a massive workforce, real-time innovation capabilities, and its most valuable testbed. Android updates would slow. Global AI development would stumble. And user experience would deteriorate because the people refining it are largely in India. Add to that the financial hit. Google generates billions in ad revenue from India. Losing that stream would shake up Alphabet's financial model. Without India, Google's future would be less intelligent, less agile, and far less profitable. 3. Amazon. Amazon isn't just a marketplace, it's a global tech infrastructure. And India? It's the silent force behind much of it. Amazon employs over 100,000 people in India, making it one of the company's largest global operations. This includes e-commerce teams, Alexa voice assistant developers, and AWS cloud engineers. Cities like Hyderabad and Chennai are not support centers, they are technological powerhouses. Alexa's voice recognition, trained by Indian engineers. Prime delivery route optimization, handled by India-based logistics analysts. Global retail and warehousing automation. A lot of that innovation happens in India. Amazon India's logistics model has even been exported to other developing nations. The company uses India as a real-world lab to test delivery models for large populations with tight margins. Now imagine if India suddenly disappeared from Amazon's global equation. Fulfillment timelines would balloon. Alexa's AI evolution would freeze. AWS service updates could stall. And a company known for its obsession with speed would suddenly slow to a crawl. During the pandemic, Amazon leaned heavily on India to keep its AWS services running smoothly when cloud demand exploded globally. Amazon without India wouldn't just be slower, it could be unranked. For Meta, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. Meta may be headquartered in Silicon Valley, but its operational brain and data heart are deeply rooted in India. India is WhatsApp's largest user base, with over 500 million users. It's not just a revenue stream, it's a real-time testbed for product rollouts, new features, and user behavior experiments. From sticker packs to UPI-based payments, what works in India often sets the tone for other emerging markets. But Meta's dependency isn't limited to users. Behind the scenes, thousands of Indian engineers, data scientists, and content moderators are working round the clock. Their job? Keep Facebook running smoothly, Instagram fresh and relevant, and WhatsApp safe and scalable. Meta's largest content moderation teams are based in India, filtering out misinformation, hate speech, and policy violations in dozens of global languages. If India quits, Meta loses its biggest user base, one of its largest ad markets, its content moderation safety net, engineering support that powers its core infrastructure. Without India, Meta wouldn't just take a financial hit, it would become a toxic, unstable digital ecosystem. 5. IBM. IBM has been around for over a century, but today, much of its cutting-edge evolution is happening far from New York, right in India. IBM has over 100,000 employees in India, more than it has in the United States. India isn't a satellite location, it's mission control. From managing cloud infrastructure to designing enterprise AI models, Indian professionals are central to IBM's global services. IBM's Global Delivery Center in Bengaluru handles clients from across continents, managing critical IT operations and software solutions. Its AI initiatives, like Watson, are regularly enhanced by teams in India working on data ingestion, NLP, and model testing. IBM Consulting also thrives in India, with specialists solving complex problems for Fortune 500 companies every day. IBM would suffer catastrophic service disruptions. Its AI products would fall behind competitors. Its global clients, relying on 24/7 support, would face outages. The $60 billion IT consulting wing would become unmanageable. And that's not speculation. IBM itself acknowledges that India is key to its future innovation strategy. The bottom line? IBM doesn't just work in India, it depends on it for survival. 6. Pfizer. Pfizer, one of the world's pharmaceutical powerhouses, is often seen as a beacon of Western medical science. But peel back the layers, and you'll find India as a crucial partner in its global success. India is one of the largest manufacturers of active pharmaceutical ingredients, APIs, the raw components in most modern medicines. Pfizer depends on Indian pharmaceutical firms to supply these essential building blocks at scale, with consistency and quality. Beyond APIs, India contributes significantly through R&D partnerships. Indian medical scientists, labs, and institutions are involved in research collaborations, especially in areas like oncology, infectious diseases, and vaccine development. Let's not forget the COVID-19 vaccine story. While the vaccine was developed in record time, its distribution logistics, particularly across Asia and Africa, relied heavily on Indian manufacturing, warehousing, and transportation networks. If India were to step away, Pfizer's production timeline would collapse. Drug availability in key markets would be nosedive. The cost of sourcing from alternative locations would skyrocket, and global health infrastructure would suffer. 7. Apple. Apple is often associated with sleek Californian design and high-end Chinese assembly lines, but the third piece of the puzzle is India. In recent years, India has become a strategic manufacturing and engineering partner for Apple. iPhones are now assembled in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, with Indian suppliers gaining prominence in Apple's global chain. This isn't just about labor, it's about strategic diversification. After geopolitical tensions with China and rising manufacturing costs, Apple made a bold move, de-risked the supply chain, and bet on India. Apple is also tapping into India's growing tech talent pool. Its software ecosystem, back-end IT support, and chip design research include major contributions from Indian engineers. Apple's reliance on India isn't just operational, it's existential. If India walks away, Apple loses a key pillar of its China Plus One strategy, faces delays in iPhone assembly, suffers from software development slowdowns, misses out on growth in one of the largest smartphone markets. Apple's supply chain disruption during COVID led to global delays. India's role post-pandemic has been insurance against that chaos. Without India, Apple's sleek machine becomes fragile and its global ambition. 8. Accenture. Accenture is often praised as a global consulting giant. But in truth, it's more Indian than you might imagine. Accenture India employs over 300,000 people, more than half of its entire global workforce. With delivery centers in Bengaluru, Pune, Hyderabad, and Gurgaon, India is Accenture's engine room. These teams handle everything: client delivery, technical consulting, AI model development, IT services, business strategy implementation, and customer support. It's not just about cost efficiency. India provides domain expertise at scale, and its consultants often lead global transformation projects across industries: banking, healthcare, telecom, and more. Accenture's innovation labs in India are pioneering cloud-native solutions, blockchain implementations, and AI-driven consulting platforms. These aren't side projects, they're at the heart of what Accenture sells to its billion-dollar clients. Remove India from the equation. Overnight, half of Accenture goes dark. Projects get suspended, clients get nervous, and contracts go unfulfilled. The trust built over decades crumbles in days. Put simply, Accenture without India is like a jet without fuel. It might still look sleek, but it can't fly. 9. Cisco Systems. Cisco powers the world's networking infrastructure, and India powers Cisco. With more than 5,000 engineers in its Bengaluru campus, Cisco India is the company's second-largest R&D center, after the US. The Indian team is behind core developments in network security, firmware, hardware design, and cloud infrastructure. From enterprise routers to next-gen network security protocols, Indian teams have authored patents, written core code, and deployed major upgrades for global clients. India is also home to Cisco's Global Customer Experience Center, managing thousands of enterprise clients worldwide. If India exists, Cisco loses its ability to innovate at scale. Its software-defined networking tools would face stagnation. Real-time troubleshooting and firmware updates would grind to a halt. Oracle is deeply embedded in India, with thousands of professionals managing cloud infrastructure, database systems, and ERP deployments. India is a vital node in Oracle's global data network. Tesla, while still early in its India engagement, is eyeing Indian soil for AI and battery innovation, as well as vehicle production for Asian and European markets. Elon Musk has signaled India as a future AI and energy tech frontier. PepsiCo runs extensive R&D and flavor innovation labs in India. Its India-based teams help develop regional products that go global. Unilever, via Hindustan Unilever, treats India not just as a market, but as an incubator for global strategy. Many of its best-selling product innovations originate in Indian labs and pilot markets. These companies may not collapse entirely, but without India, they would lose serious innovation horsepower and competitive advantage. India isn't just a back office anymore. It's the front line of innovation. From AI and cloud computing, to digital payments and healthcare logistics, India has evolved from being the world service center to becoming its strategic partner. The myth of the low-cost Indian worker is outdated. Today's Indian professionals are leading AI research, designing chips, building automation systems, and directing billion-dollar projects. Companies aren't in India just to save money. They're there because the talent density is unmatched. And while some firms try to diversify to other markets, none have found a real alternative to what India offers. But that leads us to a risk no one wants to talk about: overdependence. What happens if geopolitical tensions escalate? What if India imposes data sovereignty laws, talent outflows, or clamps down on global operations? The very companies thriving today may find themselves paralyzed tomorrow because they've become too dependent on a single engine. From Google's algorithms to Pfizer's pills, from Apple's iPhones to Accenture's consulting playbooks, India is the core processor of the modern world economy. So the next time someone says India is just a support center, remember this: if India quits, the digital world crashes, the supply chain snaps, and the innovation engine stalls. That's not hyperbole, it's the structural truth. India isn't emerging. It's already here, holding up the foundations of global business. And as the 21st century continues, its role is only going to get bigger. More companies will shift their roots deeper into Indian soil, not because it's trendy, but because it's necessary for survival. So, what does this mean for the future? It means India is no longer the world's IT desk, it's becoming the CEO of global transformation.